Yeah, I know. It said your FPS is low or weak. We're here. We're live, even with crappy technology. How even? I guess this laptop is like 10 years old. So doesn't that mean like I have to like trade it in, or do I just need to like dump pictures off of it?
They're getting. I mean, honestly, like they just came out with like a new one, and even that one's like only like $600. Like they're getting pretty cheap for, and that one can like basically, AI anything. It's kind of
I mean,
crazy.
I literally only use it for this podcast.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
haven't
mean,
done it in my YouTube channel, which if I do it.
the one I'm on is from 2020, so it's like 6 years old. It's
Okay.
it's like the M1 is
Like,
when the M's started, but it's still kicking. Still doesn't
yeah.
really. I don't think I need a different one. It does
I
everything I
wonder
need
how
it to.
many hours of podcasting I have recorded on this because I did like this show with Scott. I did the
Yeah,
Podcastle, and then this. That's a lot of podcasts.
it was a lot. I mean, I remember when we
Even John
started.
Magno, I think.
Yeah, like on the John Agnew, it was, man. I think that was mostly through. Oh no, you were probably on Skype, right? Like, so you were probably
Dude, do
using
you
it for
remember? I would
stuff.
have to go to people's houses because my internet was so crappy. I would just go to other people's houses to use their internet. So weird that I would perform 1/3 of a show with them not hearing the other part.
It was, yeah,
Because it's not like they had a studio. I would just be like in their kitchen.
right. It would just be you, like really quiet. Yeah, like like all of a sudden you'd just be talking. You'd be like, "Oh my God, Johnny, you still?" It's like, "Do you need something?"
Yeah.
Gosh.
So
Well,
it's been a
Happy New
while,
Year.
man.
Yeah, Happy New
Yeah,
Year.
Happy New Year. I took on this job that is like, I'm getting the hang of it, but man, it is a challenge. It's like there's so many rules because it's all through like insurance, it's private duty home care. So
I don't know what
it's
any of that means.
it's like if a child is
Duty.
born with a physical ailment and he needs like a nurse 24/7
Oh,
basically
okay.
there to like legally treat the kid because the
Right.
parents like once like a some sort of like foreign object is used, you have to be like skilled for it. You
Hmm.
can't just like do it. And
Gotcha.
you're not billing a hospital, you're billing insurance and Medicaid, and
Like it'll
so
be
there's
like
like a lot
negligence or
of
something like
rules.
that. Like if you,
Dude, like
yeah,
there's liabilities everywhere, man.
yeah,
All I do is cover my ass. I think that's the most I do in this job, dude, because I realize how much is at stake. I
yeah,
like I don't break the law like in any way, and I like document that I'm not breaking the law.
yeah,
Because it can get hairy with nurses working too many hours. Like in the blink of an eye, you can commit Medicaid fraud,
yeah.
and that doesn't sound like a good thing.
Well, it's also, I'm sure you're also balancing out like the ethics of it too, right? Like you probably don't want somebody working super long hours, or, you want the kid to get the best help, and the parents to like, not get in any sort of trouble or anything like that. That could be like the worst thing that can happen. It's like you've already got all of this other stuff that you're dealing with. You're acting as a saint, and yet now it's like you've done something wrong and you will be punished. It's like, what?
Oh, dude, but then also, like, at the really, really end of the day, I'm a salesman. Like, I'm recruiting nurses to come and work for us.
Yeah,
And like to do that without a hint of like some sort of two-facedness
yeah,
is really a weird line to walk. Like usually it doesn't get there, like you don't have to kind of like play a trick on them. You know what I mean?
well, I
Not
mean,
play a trick, but
is
like
it really, I
use a
mean,
sales tactic.
isn't there risk in like all of it, like whatever direction they go in, if they're in the ER or anywhere? Like, I mean, there could be like malpractice and things like that. So it's not
Dude,
like,
yeah. Yeah.
I
So
don't
it's
think you're
like
tricking anybody.
no, right. But like, that feeling where you're like, I know I'm going to say this thing and then I know they're going to respond this way,
Hmm.
most likely. And then it
Yeah,
happens. I like almost felt myself doing that. And I was like, I don't think this is so personal because, dude, they like live with the patient in the house.
Yeah.
So they basically are like moving in. It's very personal. So,
It reminds me of kind of like the Big Brother mentoring, right? Because like when they would match you up in that, they were kind of like they didn't really beat around the bush. They're like, this might not work out. They're like you might meet each other and it just is not it, and we'll circle back and in like a month or so, and then be like, all right, like we got to change the match. I mean, luckily that
yeah,
didn't happen to me, but they weren't like, this is all going to be roses, like
right,
just roses
right.
and
You're not going
positive
to be
feelings
best
the whole
friends right
time.
away.
Right. It's
Yeah,
like, it's going to
like
be really awkward.
it's like I do have to talk them into it, but there's this huge like maybe like this not white elephant, this just elephant in the room, you know, uh obvious thing, that unspoken thing.
Yeah.
Like, what if you just don't get along? It's like, you got to tiptoe.
Can
But
they get
anyway,
like, reassigned if they don't, if it doesn't work out?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like this nurse I have that's training is like, I don't really feel comfortable with this. This nurse has 5 boys, and she's younger than us. And there's this kid who's 5 years old and is at a school, and like
Now you're
she
not
asked me a
breaking any
week.
HIPAA or anything, right? Like,
No, I'm
okay.
not. I'm just. I mean, I haven't named anyone.
Generalities. Yes. Yes.
I haven't given a location, a name, anything like that. I haven't even given his condition.
So anyway,
But
Sally in
she,
Fort
she,
Worth.
but she like asked me. Usually, when I train them with a patient, they stay with them and start to work with them.
Yeah.
But she was like, "Hey, do you guys have any school cases? Like, I'm interested in that." And I was like, "Well, let's just do this guy, and I'll look for school things." And something came up today.
Hmm.
So I'm like, when you're done training there, you'll have your skills, so then you can come and work for this kid.
That's
So,
cool. Is it normally like one
it's
to
like you
one,
can move them around.
or do
It's
they have like,
it's 1-to-1.
yeah?
No,
So
it's
like,
it's every time 1-to-1.
that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. So at least somewhat. It's like somewhat under control, right? Like, because then you're like, all right, well, I'm going to the same place. I'm doing the same thing. I mean, different activities, I guess, but
It's funny. Yesterday, we were working from home because our air conditioning broke
oh,
in our new office. It's the first day, brand new office on Monday, and at like noon, a little past noon, my manager comes walking out, and he's like, "It's a little warm in here. Is it not cooling down in here?" And I remember I'm the only white guy, and I am dripping because it's like 77 degrees, and I'm in pants and shoes and two layers of
oh
shirt.
my gosh.
You know, a golf shirt with a kind of an undershirt. I'm just dying, but these Cubans and these Haitians are just like not really noticing it like as quickly as I did. So
They're
it's
eating
like
spicy
almost one
peppers and bit like
o'clock.
as they come out, and like, are you guys? It's feeling a little bit,
He's like, I thought it
off.
was maybe the strong peppers, but is
I
it
might
the
need to
whole
take this
environment?
sweater off. Jeez, man.
Dude, in one little section that's kind of like a big office that like a couple desks are in,
Yeah.
it was like 81. And everyone's like getting like starting to get headaches, and it's like
Yeah.
1 o'clock. So
Yeah.
they sent us home. So then the next day they were working on it. So we worked from home. And I spoke to 2 completely different human beings that are like interested in the same thing, that have like a passion for the same thing. But dude, the one girl was so timid and thankful, and oh my gosh, it's been so hard. And the other girl, dude, before I gave her my like spiel that I give every single person that
Yeah.
I speak to, she like asked the questions that whole thing answered. I was
Oh,
like,
really?
she was like, "What's this? What's this? What's P? What's C? What's D? What's E? What's F?" And I was like, "You're checking off my whole thing. Now I'm gonna like, I'm gonna trip over my
I'm gonna write down a
words.
number.
I'm gonna be like, wait a second. Yeah, the first thing you said. What was the first thing you asked for? And we'd like go from there." And the other girl was just like, "Oh, praise, praise." But both new grads, like they just got their licenses.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
But
a.
it's just
Oh, sorry.
it's just been gut-wrenching. Like, I don't think I've ever had a job where I couldn't take my foot off the pedal. Dude, it's like the first 4 months here, I've had to like slam the gas,
Hmm.
like get there hours before everybody else. Like we open at 9, I would get there at like 6:15 and just like try to figure this shit out. Cause I was trained in a weird way. It wasn't really, it was like on the fly.
Yeah.
And all these apps and all these websites, just force myself to figure them out with the teeny tiny dust and sprinkles I've picked up from you 30 years.
Are you feeling more confident now though? Like, are you hitting your stride?
I definitely feel good now. It's almost like, ooh, I think I could be one of the better people in this company.
There you go.
But I'm just getting the hang of it. You know, things can go south, so I don't want to count any chickens.
Yeah. Chickens. But I mean, you never know, like, I mean, everybody's faking it. Everybody's faking it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm really good at faking it in every like
Well,
form.
you're really good at faking it. No, that's good that you're putting a lot of effort into it though. Like, have you?
Yeah,
have
I
you-
mean, well,
have you
dude, it's like
come up for air
there's
yet, or-
no option. There's like no, like I said, I haven't seen a movie in 2026. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe that because when we were talking about it earlier over text, I was like, what is the last movie that I saw in a theater? And I looked and it was, yeah, The Housemaid in December 28th.
Yeah.
It was like all the
It's out
girls
on
finally
vinyl
weren't
now.
sick
Yeah, like,
anymore.
that's how long ago.
Yeah, I know. I think, and it was a good movie. It was crazy. It turned into, it was almost like a drama that transformed into like a horror movie. It was crazy. Revenge murder. It was nuts.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was
Yeah.
like you could kind of, you thought, dude, there's like a point where you're just like, what the fuck? but then when you think back, you're like, oh yeah, they were hinting at this. But I don't know. They just did it in a good way because they distract you with like this other story that's going on.
I've just been liking that movies have been kind of like on that path of just they're not overthinking it. It's just
Yes, dude.
Fun.
That's how I feel.
I want to know. I want it to be like how
was just like-
Seinfeld represented movies. Like where it was just like, oh, do you want to see like Laser Blast 4? Like Rochelle. Like everything was
Dude.
just very, like what you're getting. Like this is what the
Dude, the
movie
writing,
is. Good luck.
the writing of Seinfeld in just the movie part of Seinfeld
Yeah.
is so detailed because I listen to Seinfeld every night and I fall asleep to it.
Yeah.
And dude, every voice that is like supposed to be on screen and like part of the movie is Larry David. Every like voice that yells that's like a person in the theater that's off screen is Larry David.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
You didn't notice that
And-
until like much later, but yeah.
and dude, it's so funny, the Rochelle scene. Like, if you listen to what's going on in the movie and that it's Larry David doing it, it's
Right.
so amazing. Like the layers that like are kind of like just glossed over on that show, I like keep picking up, and it's all Larry David in the background.
The movies were,
Rochelle, you're all wet. Take off your shirt.
right.
And he keeps calling her Rochelle.
It's almost
so
like
stupid.
they're like its own like their own like universe too.
Yes,
like these movies coming out because it's like we really want to go see that, and it's like it's a really weird feeling because it's something we'll never see. You know what I mean?
know.
Like I can't go see it.
like,
I have to
when
like
does
go
that
into their
movie-
universe to go see it. It's insane.
Right. And they did so many like Deathblow. Like, go get him, Deathblow. Like the guy's name is Deathblow. We're missing the Deathblow.
We're missing the. It's so good.
Sack lunch.
We just watched.
And then randomly they would throw in a real movie that was like on at the time, like Schindler's List and like The English Patient.
Oh,
And they'd
that's
like
true.
just
Yeah, you made out there.
use
Schindler's
them.
List.
The English Patient sucked. I don't think I can be with someone who didn't like The English Patient.
Yeah. I remember I remember people
Still
saying
haven't
that.
seen that.
I remember people like it's like if you didn't like a movie, like they might actually break up with you.
Yeah, that was definitely a thing. I know, and then you learn. It's like
We
looking at a painting.
we kind of had like a date night last night and watched
Ooh.
we rode bikes into the city and had dinner, and then
Oh,
we because the kids are away this whole week, so we had to make the
it's
most of it.
amazing.
And we went over and then we watched Send Help, like the Rachel McAdams, like it's supposed to be
Yes.
like a horror movie,
Yes.
and it is. I mean, it is, but it's just it felt like an early 2000 or I'm sorry, early like 90s type movie, like where it's like this is the premise, that's it, that's the premise, and then from there on it's kind of just like like a which way story. Like
It's wrestling. Who's going to win?
you watch the whole thing and you realize there could be like like 1,000 different endings or 1,000 different things that happened in the middle of the movie, and it'd still be the same movie. You know, it's like,
Right.
but the premise was just great. Like the premise was just like you already knew what was going to happen
Yeah.
as soon as it
And how they
started. They
get
were
there.
just they were just like teeing it up for like the first like 15 minutes,
Oh,
and
nice.
and then they go to it. But it's just it was
Right.
such a good fantasy of
Yeah, right. Like
like a
in the
horrible
trailer,
boss.
I was like, I bet I know how this ends, but I just want to see how they do it.
Yeah,
And I like Rachel
but we were like
McAdams.
laughing and cringing, and it was good. It was fun. I
Right.
haven't had that much
Right.
fun in a while. But we were just
Oh,
like
that's
Kelly
good.
was she was like laughing out loud through most of it. Like she was
You saw it
dying
in the theater or in at
just
home?
at home on the streaming.
Can you buy it or rent it, or did you just
Just
Plex it
rent
or
it,
whatever? Rent it. Okay.
But it was
Yeah, I
good.
want to
It was
see
worth
it.
it.
I've had my eye on it, and another reason, like I've been offered to go to the movies, and I look, and there was like nothing that I wanted to see really, or
Yeah.
like the times weren't like reasonable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just haven't seen anything in a while. The only thing that I've been really kind of enjoying is bad wrestling, or actually just this build to WrestleMania.
Hmm.
Like I'm like amazed with how they've like turned around. It's like all of a sudden, dude, someone either got hired or fired in the writing room the last like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Because all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, this is there. It's exciting now. But like the whole year before this was just like, what are they doing?
Like they
It's
just
all like empty
wiped it.
surprises.
Did they just like wipe
Yeah,
whatever
dude,
story lines?
I swear they just someone was like, "Yo, look, here's the most popular guy, here's the second. We're going to start them in a feud. Here's the third most popular guy, here's the fourth. We're going to put them in a feud."
Hmm.
And they just did that all the way down because it's like every feud that everyone's been like kind of wanting to see but they just danced around
Yeah.
is just happening
They're
finally.
they're just fast
It's weird.
forwarding to the like
Yeah.
it's like a fireworks finale. Like the
Yeah, yeah, right away.
It's like let's go.
Yes.
Crank it up to 11.
Yes, and I've been enjoying listening to body cam or like I guess like interrogation videos on YouTube. I
Oh
don't
my
know
gosh.
why. I
Yeah.
can't like I can't. It's like I have to hear it so many times because I can't believe that it's real when these people get arrested, dude, and they start to all say the same things. I
Right.
know my rights. You hit me.
Right.
You know, I'm recording this. And the cops are all just like doing the law, you know, like
I don't know how
following the
they do
law.
it. I don't know how they
It's
with
like
the
for
sovereign
one day.
citizen ones. Like I don't get it. Like what they're like. Please step out of the vehicle. And it's like I am not in a vehicle. I am transporting
I'm
between
traveling.
states. Yes, I am a traveling spirit. And it's like what? But I don't know.
Idiots.
They must get trained on it or something like that just to be able to kind of like break it down. But sometimes like their patience is through the roof. It's like, you know. But it is like kind of like the last I mean, it's not I loved Cops back in the day. Like I watched I'm pretty sure I've watched every episode of Cops, and that went on for like 24 seasons.
It's like a top three. Once you turn it on, you don't like care about anything else that's on
Well,
TV,
I mean, it's
and you
it's
just
like
keep watching it till it isn't on anymore.
it really happened though. But I mean, like at least like some of the cops episodes were like, they weren't really that interesting. It was like they find a
I
cat or
know
something
some of
like
them you
that.
wanted them to be innocent.
But then you'd get to like the Philly ones, and the Philly ones were brutal. Like the Philly ones were like, and they had a lot
Couldn't
of
believe them.
my one of my dad's friends who was a cop at the time that Cops was on, Gordy. Like he's in the episodes, and he's just like his episodes like they're pulling like dead bodies like out of like a northeast Philly house or something like that, and they're just and like they're just everything's covered in blood, and they're just like walking by the cameras. I'm like, how did this get aired? Like, this is ridiculous. This is like the most violent thing I've seen in a long time. And it's like these like 80s cops, and they're like, yeah, well, that sucks. Like it's a big mess in there, like it's just crazy. But I mean, I get they
I
have to like
remember.
compartmentalize it and stuff. But so yeah, I love the not love, but the body cam videos are definitely intriguing.
It's so fascinating, man. But it's almost like they are. I hate to say this. I feel weird even saying this, but they are all the same. Like
Yeah.
they say the same shit when they're guilty. It's like almost it, but because there's this speck of me that's like maybe they'll be innocent. Like maybe this will be one where it's like a swerve and like the person
Yeah.
didn't do anything wrong and the cops think they do and then they realize they don't. But like then as soon as they start like, dude, the second they're like rude, it's like you're done.
Right.
You're done.
Right.
Any sign of rudeness, you're done. Like, yes, they're here to protect and serve. And if you're an asshole, they're protecting us from you.
I mean, one thing I always remember is like whenever the cops would arrest somebody, like the person would always say they can't breathe, like every single time, even if they weren't on them. Like they were
Especially
just
after Floyd.
well, no, this was 80s and 90s.
Oh
So,
my
so,
God.
so I'm like, so like when Floyd and everything else like came out, and everybody was like kept saying that over and over, and I'm like, I get that was that person's like last words or whatever, but
Oh,
also like cops have heard that for the last 30
oh,
years
right. Yeah.
nonstop. Every time they
That's all
put
they hear.
they hear it all the time. So it's like, how do you know when someone actually means it? You know what I mean? Now I shouldn't be like leaning
Exactly.
on them, but I mean, it's like,
Right.
but in
Right.
most
Of
cases they
course.
were saying it like all the time. Like they, like every
Right.
every arrest was the same. It was crazy.
I
I was
can't
like,
breathe. I can't breathe. Oh, my arms. My arms. That hurts. Oh, my
right.
arms. You're breaking
Loosen
my
it,
arm.
loosen it, loosen it, loosen it. And it's
It's too
like,
tight.
just sit down. Yeah.
But
I
kind of
mean,
cuff handcuffs are, they do hurt.
well,
Like
almost
for like
everybody that
5 minutes, then they hurt.
I mean, if anybody was like, if there was like a nice cop on the episode, the person was running. The person ran right. Like as soon as they were like, I can't breathe, and he'd be like, oh, well, let me let you up, and they just run like with the cuffs on. It's like, oh, and now they're in like a third chase of the night, and all you hear is like, I mean, the best part about that was you could really hear them breathing because they were mic'd up, so it would be like,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're like jingling all around and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. The keys jingling.
You couldn't even see them, and then the camera guy. The camera guy is not really ready to
Oh
run, and
yeah.
he's running behind them. He's carrying this like 60-pound camera. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that's the thing that you're missing. Like like with the body cam footage, it's like it's just right here.
oh,
It's not. There's no weight to it. There's no
right.
there's
There's
no guy
no
trying to chase the cop
cinematographer.
who's not safe at all. Like he's in like gunfire and stuff, and he's just like
I know.
like I got to get this shot. It's like,
I
where's
know.
that guy's medal? That guy's amazing.
And then this trial of this guy who tried to like push his wife off a cliff in Hawaii, but she like dropped to the ground, and then he like pinned her down and was trying to like inject her with something, and she knocked that out of his hand. Then he picked up a rock and started smashing her head in, and then two girls that were hiking like walked up on them and was like, yo, we're calling 911. And he stopped, and she like got away. And dude, the guy like FaceTimed his son like 20 minutes after and was like, I tried to kill your mom.
Oh, jeez.
She was having an affair. I tried to kill her. It's like the most winnable court case for the pros.
Is he going to go insanity?
I don't know, because it was all like so premeditated.
Premeditated, yeah.
You know, the vial of stuff. That takes effort.
Yeah, he had a vial.
He readied a needle.
Yeah.
Brutal.
You're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah. So I don't know why every once in a while I get pulled into like fascination with the misbehaved.
Yeah, like all like I like the shoplifting ones too. Like those ones are fun.
I just feel pity for those dopes.
I like it because there's some sort of psyche where it's like, because I'm getting caught on this time, but the other times I got away with it, why are you giving me a hard time?
Right.
And I don't get it. Like it takes so long for it to click that you're actually, in trouble, and you're still in trouble for the other times that you did it too.
Yeah.
Because they're like this has never been a problem before. Like that, they're like, you're really slowing my day down. I had a lot of other things to take care of.
And what annoys me I know. Yeah. Like they're being bothered. Another thing that annoys me is, it annoys me for people like my parents and other people that I love who, that go to church regularly.
Love.
When they throw that out there.
What do you mean?
They go, I go to church every Sunday. I'm a church going lady. I'm like, you piece of, when you throw that out there, it's like, you're done again.
Well,
done.
You missed one of the main commandments there. Sorry. Have you listened? Were you listening while you were there? Did you write any of it down? Some of them are in stone. You don't even need to write them down. They're in stone right there. Not too hard to pen.
Entitlement out there too.
Yeah.
Or the blame, like, you're pulling me over because I'm trans or black. It's like, I don't even think they can see you. It's just whatever the number says on their thing.
It's like you ran off the road in your car. It's like, what does that have to do with what you're smooching?
You could be a robot.
Yeah.
I'm going to conduct an investigation. But I do love that, dude, when they're being assholes and they're with someone who's also being an asshole. And the cops are like, shut your mouth or I'm going to arrest you. And they're like, arrest me for what? I didn't do anything. It's like, I'm conducting an investigation and you're interfering. And they're like, it's like such a comeback. I'm conducting an investigation. It's like, oh crap, this is like real.
When did
they're in charge right now?
Right. I felt bad today because, I had about 4 hours of commuting today because there were just like accidents up and down 95, and 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours getting home, and the
brutality
in the morning. And it was so painful too, because I was like half a mile, my work is right off the exit, and I was about a half a mile from the exit, and we were at the point where I shut the car off. Like, that's how much we weren't moving. And so this whole side of 95 is all backed up, and then, or is actually 295 is all backed up. And then the other way is perfectly clear. Like, early morning, nobody's there. So everybody's sitting there. We're all stuck, and this like truck just had enough, I guess, and started driving on like the grass median, just like, and he's going all the way up, and then he gets to like this like turnaround thing and like peels it out, and then starts going and, gets off at the other exit. So then it's like, now it's like a study of human nature, right? Because like once you've seen, like once one person blazed the trail, right? Now it's like you're like, who's next?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
who's the follower?
Who's going to do it? Right. So then all of a sudden, like another SUV goes by and it's like, I'm gonna do what he did, and goes all around. And then it's like two get the same idea at the same time and go. Even I was like, do I have enough clearance underneath the car to
Yeah.
go do that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still like a quarter mile away from the turnaround, so I'm like, that's a pretty long distance. And all I'd be doing is getting myself into work faster. So I'm like,
Right. Yeah. I can blame it.
I think I'll just sit here. But finally, like this BMW like SUV peeled off, and they started going, and right as he peeled off, a cop car SUV came out and pulled him over, like lights on, pulled him over. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to know what this conversation's like, because it's like, we're in standstill traffic. Like 6 other people did it. Like that's the thing I never understand about like getting pulled over. It's like when there's like 6 people in front of you who were like way worse, and you were just
I
like,
know.
you're the last one.
chump.
It's like you're like the sick zebra or something like that. Like, it's
Yes.
just
Yes.
like the
That
cops
old
just gonna
fable.
feast on you. But I want to know like what. I wish I could see the body cam footage of that, because it would just be like he only made it like 5 feet. Like and he was trying to like wedge himself back into the lane, and people were actually making room for him. Like he kind of like tried to like sneak back into the thing, like thinking like, all right, go ahead, officer, why don't you
No,
get
never
by?
mind, never
You
mind.
probably need to go ahead and go check on something. And then the cop just like wedged himself in too.
Oh, idiot.
Oh man. I felt so bad.
Douche.
I'm like, because it was already such a bad situation. Hopefully the cop was just like, come on, like, don't do that. I need to. He's like,
Right.
he was probably like, I need to sit. I need to sit here with you to set an example so no one else starts peeling out right now.
Right.
So we're just gonna
Right.
stand here for a little bit, and then you're gonna go.
I wonder, yeah, like it could go one of 2 ways. He could be like the guy that says, look, I'm just going to give you a warning. Just
Right.
don't, you're not
be a
helping
median.
anything right here. Like
Right.
we have rules for reasons, and
Yeah.
these have to be the consequences.
Because otherwise, it would be a whole bunch of people making like a left turn onto the highway, which isn't very safe either. It's like you're turning into like people going 70. You're not going to get up to speed in time.
You're like screwing fellow humans
Right.
in the long run. Like eventually that's all going to like bottleneck. But wait, back to that movie. Do they crash on an island?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically. I mean, it's no secret, but it's basically like
I kind of forget the
Castaway.
trailer though.
it's like it's like she's
But with
got
2
like
people.
an annoying boss, and she's kind of like an introvert, but she also like has studied a bunch of survival skills,
Of
things like
course.
that. So then like her CEO boss, like they crash on the island, and he's trying to like boss her around, and she's like, not you don't get to here.
Oh, like you're not the boss here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All right. I thought it was like husband and wife.
Oh no, it's like a boss and subordinate. So
That's interesting.
So he's like
Interessante.
he's like taking credit for her work and stuff like that at work, and then they crash onto an island, and he's like he starts like why don't you go like collect water and get me food, and it's like, you're not my boss here, like we're on an island. So it was fun.
Weird.
It gets really wacky. It gets pretty wacky, but like
But the
you're along for the
dynamic's
ride.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gave her.
And who's the guy?
Rachel McAdams, I think they gave like a prosthetic nose. I think she has like a.
Oh, really?
They tried to really make her ugly.
Oh.
I think she kind of like Nanny McPhee's it. I think she like starts getting like prettier as the movie goes on. Like a
Right. Yeah.
like I think
Slowly
her mole,
looks
like
like
her
her
mole
again.
shrinks or something. Yeah. I don't know the guy.
She has a mole.
I recognized him from something else, but he there is one major flaw in the movie.
What?
His beard doesn't grow. They're there for like they say in the dialogue that they were there for like 2 weeks at one point, but he started the movie with like a beard
Nothing?
like this, and he wasn't like there was
Oh.
he was always like 5 o'clock shadow for the entire movie.
Like
And it's
Jack
like,
in season
yeah,
1.
yeah, exactly. And I'm like, but like Jack eventually shaves it. Like they actually address it,
Right.
in
In
Lost.
the hatch, he
Yeah,
shaves.
but they didn't. Yeah, like so they were supposedly there for like like a month or something like that, or 2 months. And like,
Oh,
yeah, it was
wow.
and like Kelly pointed it out, and I was like,
Oops.
oh yeah. I'm like, I didn't notice that.
Oops.
Oops, oopsies. But it was fun.
Oh, jeez. So I'm driving to work last Friday, maybe 2 Fridays ago. Yeah, 2 Fridays ago. And it's raining. It's like the first day it's rained in like 100 days. And I get to a red light, and all of a sudden my car just, all the like warning lights on the dashboard just start like blinking.
Uh,
But the car's still running. So I like go to drive, but like I look at the knob, it's not like a gear shift anymore. It's just like a tiny shriveled
oh right, yeah,
half a grape,
right.
and it's in neutral. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I push it back, and it doesn't go into drive. It doesn't go into reverse. I like press the gas. I can hear the engine running. I'm like, what in the, and then all of a sudden this dude pulls up next to me. His name's Jimmy. He's from Brooklyn, and he's 60. And he's probably like 260. And he's like, is that a Chevy? Like he rolled his window down. And he's on my driver's side window, and is that a Chevy? And I roll the window down. I'm like, no, it's a what is this car? I'm like, it's a Volkswagen. And he's like, hold on, I'll pull over. And he like pulls over in front of me. And dude, half of my mind after all these like, body cams and like interrogations, I'm like, is he gonna murder me right here?
Right, right. This
And
is
like
how
try
it
to steal,
happens.
like what happened? But I like could tell just Jimmy from New York. He didn't say all that in his intro.
Yeah,
I just gave it to you now. But like I could tell by his like accent that he was from the Northeast. I was like, oh, he's just like a good Samaritan.
yeah.
So he comes into my passenger door, and he's like, where's the manual? He's like, what's going on? And he's looking at my car, dude, like he's in a spaceship. Like this guy is 60 years old. My car is like a new VW. Like
Oh my gosh.
it's all buttons and like touch screen nonsense. And you don't put the key in the ignition, and that's what he
Right,
like says
right.
to me. He's like, I only work with an ignition. And I was like, I miss those days.
Yeah.
And he's trying to look through my manual, but he's like, I can't see any of this. I don't have my glasses. He's like, try to find. And dude, like no matter what he said, I was like, dude, I need to just be towed. I don't know what's going on. And so I call Heather, and I'm like, yo, do we have any sort of like roadside assistance with this car? And she's like, yeah, Volkswagen does. She's like, I'll send a tow truck to you. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I put my phone down, and he's like, I'll pull you off the road. Cause I was like on a main road.
Yeah.
So dude, it takes him like 10 minutes to get the rope out of his car. And I'm like standing there waiting for him. And it just starts like torrential
Oh no.
downpouring. And I'm like, and his like legs are hanging out the back of his like big truck. And it's like a van truck thing. And kind of like Mr. White's. And his legs are hanging out. He's like digging through, and like the rain is just like soaking us
Oh
both.
no.
I'm in these like brand new sneakers Heather gave me for my birthday.
Oh.
They're like getting just soaked. I'm like, oh my God. Finally gets the rope out, dude. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. I guess it's one of those ropes that are like flat, and like, I guess tow truck guys usually like have them.
Oh,
They're like part of it.
like a ratchet one, like where it has like the
Yeah,
ratchet
yeah,
thing.
like it's thick.
Yeah.
But dude, this thing looks like it has seen many days, many ties. So he goes under my car, dude. It's still pouring. He's on his back under my car on the side of the road. People are like driving by us and honking because they just forget what hazard lights mean anymore.
Right.
And dude, Jimmy would roll back out. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck! And scream at them like a just like I wrote him in a story New Yorker. Like he would just flip out at and dude, we were beeped at like five times, and he would flip them off and and like yell at them, "Shut the fuck up! Come back here!"
Oh my god, we'll fight you.
He's like,
You're
these
like, what?
morons,
No, no,
these morons.
Jimmy.
He's like, these morons. They don't understand. Like you turn your hazard lights on, they don't get it. So anyway, he's under my car, and it's all rubber under there. You know, like there's no metal underneath cars. It's all like protected by rubber. And he's like, you can't like hook this onto like hardly anything. But so he wraps it around, like if you're underneath the car, the pieces that come out and connect to the wheel, he connects it to that rod. It was like the only thing.
Oh, there wasn't like a
So
hook or anything. Like there's
no, dude, it's all like a rubber blanket over it. So he ties it to that. Dude, it wasn't like a sailor's knot. It was just like double knotted. And I get in, and he's like, and dude, this thing is not long. It's not a long rope. I'm like less than a car length away from him. And I'm in neutral, and I'm following him, and I'm like, do I ride the brake or do I like tap it? Because I'm like, whenever he stops, I got to stop right away or I'm going to hit him.
Right.
The rope snaps.
You fly off into
And I'm
the
like,
ravine.
I felt it. I'm like, I luckily we were like by a side road, and I just kind of like yanked the wheel and like tilted off that other road that we turned on. Like he pulled me off a road. We went like 100 yards, snap. So then, dude, he's going to try and tie it again. He ties the rope back together. We have to like caddy corner both of our cars so people that live in this neighborhood that we like turned into can get out. It's still raining. Ah! I get in my car, and he backs up against the front bumper and like backwards pushes me as I steer it like in this like direction. So like he can retie himself to me with this now ripped rope that he tied back together, tied that all together. He pulled me to like the next light, and he like gets out, and he's like, this is not a good idea. I was like, I just didn't know what to do. Like I just had to get out of like the main roadway. You know what I mean? It was like just too much, and it was pouring. So I just didn't trust people. And I look at my phone, dude. I look at my phone. I have like 3 missed calls, 3 missed texts from Volkswagen Roadside. They're like, yo, where are you? I'm like, I was being pulled by a good Samaritan.
Didn't you send Jimmy?
So I
was wondering though, hold on. Well, I was wondering, how long do you think Jimmy wrestled with the idea of it being a bad idea? How many times did he tell those ideas like to fuck off before he finally like admitted that it's a bad idea? Like he was probably wrestling with that for the longest time. Like
he like wanted to do it. I think he maybe thought he had a different rope, or that like my car was like 15 years younger.
Yeah.
That it would be like more recognizable and understandable, but like he committed, like he got out of his car. So anyway, so he's like, this is a bad idea. And he like unties it from his car and leaves it on mine. So I like, when
now you have rope.
I was just like, yo, I think I can call a cab, or I mean a tow. Volkswagen has Roadside, so I'll just call them, and I'll have them tow me to the dealership. And he's like, yeah, make sure you tow the dealership. Yeah. He's like, all right, man. Well, he's like, what do you do down here? And I was like, how long have you lived down here? He's like, I've been here 20 years. I worked not 20 years, 10 years. He's like, I've worked in Brooklyn my whole life. I built sets on movies. And I was like, what? And he's like, dude, he starts rattling off all these movies. Like, I can't remember any of them except Greatest Showman. And he's like, I was like, oh, wow, like Hugh Jackman. He's like, oh, man, he was the nicest guy ever. He would like help us build sets. Like as we were filming, he would like want to come and help. He's like, he's the nicest guy ever. I was like, how did I meet this guy?
Yeah, that's so cool.
I know. And just so randomly like fascinating to me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he's like, good luck. And
Serendipity. Yeah.
he leaves. So, dude, I'm waiting there for an hour and a half till the tow truck comes. But in that time that I'm waiting, it's raining off and on. I was on my way to actually get gas before I went to work that morning. So I had like 5 miles of gas, like it's like five
Right.
miles. I'm just like sitting there. I'm like just trying to breathe. A fire truck pulls up because I'm at a red light. So there's cars pulling up next to me nonstop. At some point, a fire truck, and I see the fire guy leaning out with his mustache, yelling something. I rolled the window down, and he's like, "Yo, what's going on?" And I was like, "I got a tow truck coming." He's like, "Do you want us to like push you up like out of the way?" And I was like,
We got a rope.
"No, but I need room for the tow truck guy." So like we pushing me forward probably wouldn't be the right. And they were like, "Oh, okay." He goes, "Do you want me to just park behind you and block traffic?" I was like, "Oh my god." I was like, "Guys, what planet am I on right now?" I was like, "This is the America I know."
Right.
Um, but
It's true. Like you
no
were
thanks.
like for like 5 seconds and like everyone's trying to help you.
Dude, a good Samaritan,
Yeah.
the firemen try to help me, and then the tow truck guy picks me up. As he's driving me, we somehow get to that I'm from Philly, and his sister is in a play, and it's a Martin Luther King play that's in Philly, and she was playing like the last human who spoke to him.
Hmm.
And he was like telling me about how like she makes decent money doing that in Philly, like doing plays. And he's like, I went to 4 cheesesteak places to find the best one.
Nice.
It's like such a weird, like unique story to me that like once the bad thing happened, all these like childhood mainstays like came through. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The New Yorker, the old time New Yorker, like tough guy, old dude helped me. The
Right.
fireman wanted to protect me. And the tow truck guy like visited my city and like talked about cheesesteaks. It was so insane. And all it was, dude, was some stupid software that failed to update. It was like non mechanical, it was
Oh,
all computer. It was like some error
a bug.
code.
Jeez.
When he explained it to me, I was like, that sounds like what the Geek Squad would tell me if I gave him my laptop that
Right.
wasn't working.
Yeah. Well, you've got your firmware here.
Yes, dude, it was all those words, all those IT words.
That's
Ugh.
that's cool
So
though.
I did.
That's
I had a
an
loaner
adventure.
for. I had a loaner for 4 days because it was a Friday. They're like, we're not going to get it done till Monday, and then on Monday he was like, the guy who can do this is out till Wednesday. So then I got back Wednesday, and that was when the girls went away for 2 days for like spring break. They went to like Bonita Springs on the
Bonita.
West Coast. It was so funny. The pictures of my kids, they looked like they were trying to be the oldest that they've ever tried to look because it was just mom, Charlie, Hannah, and my mother-in-law.
Hmm.
It was just 4 girls. So they had like purses and dresses and were
Yeah.
like,
Right.
trying to look all old. It was so funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just worked. And dude, like every 5 to 6 weeks, someone from the office has to be on call. So it's like if at the last minute a nurse calls out and the parents are like, yo, but I work tonight,
Hmm.
we have to like blow up all the nurses that we work with and find somebody to go and cover. And that can be at 4 in the morning.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Did you get any calls? Or were you all right?
Oh, dude, I was like the second week of January, and then I was like 3 weeks ago. And dude, like the when it was in January, there were so many call outs because it was like the flu was running rampant
Hmm.
and everybody was fucking like from like mid December to mid January down here. It was
Yeah.
brutal.
Everybody was sick here too. Yeah.
Yeah. And like nurses were calling out, and the patients were getting hospitalized. And so the phone was never stopping. It was painful.
Hmm.
But dude, it's so weird because you're like, well, fuck, no one else is going to help them right now but me. Like, they're on their way to the ER,
Yeah,
and then it's wild.
that's pretty crazy. Pretty neat though. Pretty neat.
I know, it's like the healthcare industry is like the last thing I thought I would get, like, you know, an after school education on, like a post college. This has been like my major for like 15 years.
Well, you know, I never expected getting into it either. Like because the company I'm working for now like deals with everybody in healthcare. So now I've been like looking at like maps of these hospitals that are getting built and stuff like that, and where our devices are going into them.
Oh,
And
cool.
they're just like huge, but I'm also like learning all like the workflows from like clean rooms to
Yeah.
dirty rooms to and I'm we're designing some cool things that like protect nurses, which I'm really getting
Cool.
invested in. So I'm like
Yeah, that's
I'm
amazing,
really
dude. I
working
didn't
on.
know that. I
Yeah.
forgot that it was connected to hospitals.
Yeah, they
That's
do
righteous.
like inside hospital tracking. So they do. It's kind of like GPS for indoors. So you can like you can know like where staff are or patients are and things like
Oh
that
yeah, we
throughout the
have a
hospital.
thing. I think it's called like EVV. It's something where like we can tell how close the nurse is to the patient's house to see if they're like clocking in, but they're still like 10 minutes away. You know what I mean?
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's very similar. But anyway, so that's been fun. But I also started listening to like because I've just had this commute, so I'm just trying to make the best of it. So I've come up with a plan in the new year. It was kind of like haphazard all last year. So this year I was like, okay, so the mornings are going to be lectures. I'm going to listen to lectures in the morning, and then in the evening I'm going to listen to like an audio book, like only, like not podcasts or anything like that, just audio book. And then Thursdays I listen to Kill Tony, like the stand up, like everyone trying stand up like for the first time.
Kill
And
Tony, is that what you said?
yeah, Kill. It's like it's actually going to be at
I know.
WrestleMania. What's that?
Yeah, he's like he did a roast last year.
Tony
But yeah,
Hinchcliffe.
he's a
Yeah.
huge wrestling fan. Yeah.
Well, apparently he's been
Whenever
doing
Rogan
this.
has a wrestler on, he's there
Well,
to like walk him
yeah,
through it.
he had Triple H do it and stuff like that. So like Triple H was at one of the, like, so basically what they do is they get like 300 you know, somebody that wants to try stand up or has
Yeah, and
one minute.
they
They
have
have
like
to
a
do 1 minute.
panel.
Yeah, and then they set up a
It's
panel.
amazing how huge it is.
I mean, he's been doing
Kill
it
Tony.
for 10 years as well, and there wasn't always, I guess a big
Right.
following. They've
Right. It like
just kept doing it.
exploded.
But it's yeah, it's anyway. So I'll treat myself on Thursdays with that. So Thursdays I listen to Kill Tony on the way home. And it makes me
Some
feel
people
good
are
to
so bad.
stand up. Yeah, some are terrible. So it's just funny to like listen to it. But I like listening to how like they're framing their jokes and stuff. It's also vulgar though. Like there's so many like vulgar jokes. It's like I kind of want to not that I would want to be clean, but it's like I just can't do that. I can't go
I
there.
feel like, yeah, I feel like you try to do that as least as you can, because it is like such a God. It's so, isn't it funny? Like the idea of like using curse words in your comedy the right way, or like even you know rated R material,
Yeah.
because it's like you can do that and get, I don't know, just kind of like stuck.
Well, I also feel like if you're following other people that are doing the same genre of jokes, then it doesn't then it ends up not feeling like it's yours, and it just feels like you're watching the same show with like somebody else's voice. Like it just, like after you hear
Yeah,
like three of them, it's like I don't really want to hear any more of these types of jokes anymore. It's
I
like
feel
there's no
like
shit. Like the shock could be gone, too.
I'm trying to like think of like an analogy. It's almost like, you know, I don't know, when you're painting a painting, you don't want like too much gold,
Yeah.
because you can make those vulgar, bad, or like even using a swear word, like exclamations on punch lines that work, but it's a dance because it has its place, but you got to be really clever with it if you're even going to.
Well, sometimes
It
I've kind of just sat
can
down
feel
with
forced.
like a joke that isn't, like a joke that's pretty clean, and just I like write like somebody else's, like some comic. Like I wrote down the Shane Gillis Down syndrome one, where he's like I dodged it, but it nicked me. It nicked me. It got me. Like because it was just. Because I was like, why is it so funny? And it's like every time I think of it, it's funny, and every time I hear it, it's
Picture
funny.
an
And like,
action.
but it's just like that. It was, So I started like writing out all the different things that come to mind, like when it's said, and it's kind of like like the fact that it's like coming at him, like the fact that it's something that like everybody's dodging or something, like that it's there for everybody, but everybody's dodging it. And then, you slip up and you could just get nicked a bit. And then like, you think about his like appearance and stuff. And it's like, it's like, then it's like self-deprecating, which is kind of like welcoming. 'Cause then it kind of also makes you feel comfortable, like there's like all these different kind of like levels to it.
And it's also a show of genius of Shane Gillis, because he knows if he just slightly alters his like posture and face, he
Right.
would look
Yeah.
little.
Yeah. When he tells it, he does that like lean forward. He like leans forward and just kind of like.
Yeah. He's so self-aware.
Yeah.
I think I like it because it's like he didn't get shot, but it like nicked him. So like there might be something wrong.
Right. It's like it didn't affect everything, but you can tell like it left a trace. It was so funny.
Yeah, that's a great joke.
But it's been.
oh,
sorry.
No, go ahead. What?
I was just gonna say like I have had fun in the mornings, like with the lectures. I started learning endocrinology, so like all like
shit,
like hormones and thyroid and all this stuff. And
thyroidism.
And Kelly does a lot of it too. So like in her work, she's an ear, nose, and throat. So it's always like a lot of the cancer she sees has to do with like thyroid and thyroid cancer and things being out of whack with hormones and stuff like that. And it's been so cool listening to these lectures and like so many things that were kind of like eye-opening, like that vitamin D is a hormone. I didn't know vitamin D was a hormone. Like it's
I thought it was just a vitamin.
No, it's not a vitamin. Yeah, it's for some reason somebody just decided to call it a vitamin. Yeah, a lot of the vitamins aren't even vitamins.
Right, I know.
But it was so cool because this one morning I was like, it was really getting into like the pituitary gland and thyroid and stuff like that. And I was like, oh wow, like learning about all these possible diseases,
chakras.
And Kelly called me, and the lecturer had just said some like crazy long, like post thyroidectomy, like something like some really long medical term. And so right when I answered the phone, I just repeated it right to her. And she's like, that's so crazy that you just said that, because I just saw a patient who like had something like that. And I'm like, oh, were her T3s low? And she's like, no, her T3s were up. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh
and
my God.
I looked up while I was driving, and I'm like, I'm Dr. Strange. I'm like, I'm flying down 95, diagnosing patients like on a whim
Right,
just because I
right.
got to do something else than fly down the highway and swerve,
Yes.
swerve through traffic. I just,
But dude, it reminds me of like when I was in like grade school and even high school and probably even college, I could not read. I mean, like
yeah,
I could read, but I did not like to read books because I just like wouldn't pay attention to what I was reading. I wouldn't like retain it. And then when I got older and, you know, Game of Thrones, the show, and I started to read the books and I was like, wow, I'm reading books. It's like you're in your
right.
40s now and you're listening to endocrinologists and you're like, I understand. I
Yeah.
am completely learning this on the road.
Like I could
That's
just go in
crazy.
and start diagnosing people like right now.
Yeah,
Like, but
it's a good idea.
I think it's just because, nobody's forcing you. And like,
Right.
I don't, but the fact that it all of a sudden is like super interesting. So I've been listening to like
It is all
philosophy.
magic, man.
I've gone through like almost all the philosophy courses, which is crazy. And then I daisy chained a bunch of the books. I finally, David Copperfield was not fun, but I finished it. It was very long. Mr. Copperfield. I have to hear that one more time. But now I'm on the Gulag Archipelago, which I'm trying to take with like a bit of salt because it can be very depressing. It's a very like sarcastic book, which is kind of cool to like listen to, and I think it's like Social Nitson's his like grandson is reading it or his son's reading it.
Oh, cool.
So that's been good. But I'm trying to get through it because when I was reading it as a book. I used to read it like while the kids were like going to sleep, and
Yeah.
like on my Kindle, and like one day I almost threw up reading. Like it got so
Oh.
disgusting. Like
Oh.
what humans can do to other humans that I was just like I wasn't. I don't think I've ever read it was such a weird feeling to like read words on a screen
Right,
and
right.
immediately get like ill from them.
Oh.
Like I was like it snuck up on me somehow. Like my eyes betrayed me.
I remember it was like I think it was Penn State and there were old Vietnam vets like making speeches and I was just like it was like in the middle of the day I was like walking to class and a whole bunch of people were listening but I was kind of like walking by and as I'm walking by the soldier is telling this story of Vietnam and he's like and there my friend the Viet Cong chopped his penis off and put it in
Oh,
his mouth and made me watch and I was like I imagined it like no that didn't happen just now like there's no way he just said what I just heard him
right.
say. And then, like later on that day, someone was like, like a roommate of mine was like, "Dude, this vet it was telling this story about it," and he said he retold it. So I was like, "Oh my god, I did hear that. Like that's the worst thing I've ever heard."
Right.
Having to watch your friend, and he's like still alive with that memory.
Oh,
It's like yeah, when you read those crazy things in books, you're like, "Am I not? Did my mind just put those words there?"
it was I mean, it's crazy. Just like like I'm not gonna say what it said, but it just talks about like some very basic things, and it's like, but the way he writes the book, it's like he's like if you want to punish somebody, like don't overthink it. Like just have him sit in a chair. Just don't make sure he doesn't get up. Have you ever sat in a chair for a real long time? Eventually,
Yeah.
it starts getting very painful. And if you sit in a chair for a day or 2 days, you'll do anything to get out of that chair. Like, it's like absolutely insane.
Oh, torture.
Just like, oh my gosh,
Slow torture.
the tortures they did. But like then the confessing and all that, like they go through all the confessing and it's like, that stuff's nuts. But anyway, when we were just down in DC and I got to see, there was actually like all these memorials to like the Holodomor and stuff like that. And all like the people that survived communism and stuff like that. It was just like crazy. Like now that I'm like
Commie.
reading all that stuff, it's just absolute
Mm,
bonkers. And I
I
read
know, man.
1984 too. Like I read Animal Farm in 1984,
Big Brother is watching.
which were all like those things, but those were really good.
It's funny. The like last time we spoke, we had different routines, or maybe didn't have routines. It's like you are learning like philosophy, medicine, and listening to like the greatest stories ever written, and I'm listening to wrestling and criminals. I need to come up with a new routine.
I've done that. I've done that. Don't like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
No, but dude, like for the last like week and a half, I've been like, I need to have different sounds in my ears. Like this just can't be positive.
yeah, sometimes you need to like switch it up a bit. I think that's why I think
Sometimes I
that's
need
the
to look
decision.
down,
Yeah.
and then I think I need to like start looking up again, as
Yeah.
far as like on humanity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, humanity came through for you recently, so
Yes,
I,
indeed.
I think we're just told all day that humanity's bad and that people can't do things or that you know like people like everyone needs help or something like that. And I don't think that's true. I think people are pretty resilient, and if you met your neighbors, like you probably wouldn't disagree with them that much. You know, like it's a lot
Yeah,
different
I
looking. Like
think
nobody looks anybody in the eye. I think that's the problem. Like even
I
right
think
now,
yeah,
we're
I
not. You know, like we'd probably be having a different conversation, a bit of a different conversation, like if we were like in the same room together. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, of course. We probably have covered these topics, weeks ago, months ago.
Sure.
uh I think at least half, maybe probably more than half of people are good, but then society just like fucking and life just kind of like puts you on the defense so much. Because when someone is like in a group of people, like a crowded area, and someone falls, everybody like almost like instinctually just looks and moves and is like reacting to like something bad is happening. It's not like most places people aren't like walking over them.
I I will say in China, people walked right over people when they fell because basically it's like there's
Too many people.
too many people. You just got to worry about your own little family. But to say like everyone's like that's just what I saw like in a moment of somebody
Of
actually
course.
falling like in the street. It's not like if I was visiting Philadelphia and I saw everybody driving by or stepping over like a homeless guy on a steam vent, which definitely also happens. I wouldn't be like I would be like, oh man, everybody in the U.S. just steps over people like this,
Right, of course.
which isn't the truth either, right? So it's like
Right.
you know, it's maybe an unfair summary, but
Yeah. But I
but
think
yeah,
that there's this instinct in there that's like, look out, help each other. Or for like the majority of people are like concerned when they see somebody in trouble. Like you hear people like screaming and crying if somebody's like, I don't know, being attacked by an animal in a
yeah.
zoo when they fell. You know what I mean?
Well,
Um,
like Ben Franklin, right? Like he always said that the first thing you should do when you go to meet a neighbor is to ask them for a favor, ask them for a small favor, because you shouldn't like giving them gifts and baking them something is like nice to introduce yourself, I guess. But what he was saying is like everybody kind of wants to do something for somebody else because it gives them the gift of being needed. And if you can think of something that you can ask of people that doesn't put them out too much, then
mm,
you should do that because that is actually what's going to create a stronger bond.
wow. Right, because it's like initially you're like, I don't want to do anything. But
Right.
then if it's like an easy task, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I can do that. That's so true, dude. Like,
Yeah.
even when managers at work will ask me a thing that they don't know, I like fly to figure it out,
Right.
you know? Uh, and telling them is always like a pat on the back.
I mean,
It's
like
funny. It's
when you
interesting.
stop at the gas station, like you'll hold the door open for like 7 people, like if they're going by, and
I think that's it.
it's like a highlight of your day too.
The door holding, you
Yeah,
know, that's like a deep down. Oh, I'll just open the door for you.
I love that.
I
I love
know.
that, and I feel like Wawa's particularly put two
It's the
sets of
king.
doors because you all have to work together.
Yeah, dude.
It lets you be reciprocal, and everybody walks in happy. Like because you hold the door, and then that guy gets the door for you on the inside, and then you both get in.
And it is like the most appreciated door holding thank you that you'll get is with a regular at Wawa. You can always spot someone who's like, on the road and just stopped there and never been there and doesn't understand the science of it all.
Right,
But for the most part, you will get like a look in your eye thank you for
right,
someone holding the door for you. A
absolutely,
loud, boisterous thank you.
and I think
It's
that's what it
funny.
is.
It's even like that
Like
up here,
those interactions
down here.
are super important.
I was like
So,
thinking the other day, a sign of someone who is just not an asshole is a person who comments about the weather to you because you and them are the only person on an elevator. Like you're stuck in that little box. Hey,
mm,
I'm not crazy. It's pretty hot out there today, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like that,
right,
all
right,
that is just like, yo, I'm normal. I'm just going to bring up the weather because for this 30-second ride, so it's not awkward. That we share this. We without choice share this thing, and I'm going to talk about it with you.
right,
It's
right.
so that's like a really good people reader, sign.
I always like getting in an elevator, and if I hit the like a number lower than the person is going to, like if they're going to 8 and I hit 4, I go, sorry for making it a local, because that
If
normally gets
someone,
them.
dude, that's so funny. I say if someone puts like a higher number than me, I go,
Yeah,
oh, you beat me. I go, you beat me.
you win.
You win. Yeah. That's so funny. And I always think of the Hitchcock thing where he would like time it to like when the doors open. He would like tell a story, be like, there's blood coming out of his eyes and his nose and his ears and his mouth, and he's on the floor and there's blood on the walls. And it's like ding, and the doors open. And he goes, and he sits up, and people like wouldn't get off the elevator. No, he'd go and he sits up and he says, and the doors would like open and everyone would be like, says what?
I'll stay. I'll stay.
It's like almost impossible to do.
That's so good. Oh man.
I lied and the dishes aren't done. I still have a lot of dishes down there to do, and and pack their lunches. Did you want to talk about anything else? I saw we have like How Rude and Lunchtime. Are those old?
Yeah, I think so. I
Oh,
did. Oh, I did want to talk about one more movie.
okay.
Leo wanted to see Goat. He really wanted to
Oh
see
yeah,
Goat, like
goat.
the basketball
Gosh,
movie.
they have beaten that word and that acronym to death.
Yeah, but they didn't even. They didn't. This movie was like.
I mean, in pop culture.
I mean, it was really loud. It was a loud movie. Leo loved it, as many kids did. But it was like 10 plots, and they like
Oh, gee.
couldn't figure out which one they wanted to use. There was like they started off with like a good strong plot, good strong hands, good
Strong root.
strong plot. It was like his mom, like works shifts at a diner, and is like she saved up money to like take him to go see like the basketball team, you know,
Oh,
like
right.
in real
Right.
life or something like that, and she got him like sneakers and stuff like that. Um, so I thought like that was going to be like the main theme, you know, like that his mom kind of like supports his dream, and that's like how he
Right.
achieves it. But
The
they just like
abandoned mom.
they just never say it again. Like there's like all these like plots
Oh,
that they like kind of start, and then
it's so
then there's like another
lame.
plot where it's like
You
at
don't
the
know what to get
local,
invested in.
yeah, at like the local court, like the other basketball players don't let him play. And then there's also like a plot where it's like he's small, but there's also like bigger animals. So then they're like smalls can't ball, and that's like a thing. And then there's like a thing with his eyes where his eyes go wide and he can see everything around him.
Oh, goat's eyes.
So which is also not how goat's eyes
See
work.
behind him?
Like
No.
that's not, goat's eyes go sideways because they see up and down because they climb mountains. So they don't see
Oh,
side to
yeah.
side. So that's wrong. That's kind of like a wrong thing to teach kids. And
I hate when they do
then
that.
there's like the Jordan character, like who's a girl, like it's like a co-animal. The whole thing is wacky. It suffers from the same problems as Zootopia, like size. Like how come a rhinoceros has a house, but like the hamster like can't afford like a little house? You know, like it just doesn't make sense when the rhinoceros has a house that's like 5 times as big as a hamster. But like, how do the economics work here? Anyway, like it just doesn't make sense to me. How all these animals live together. But I put that aside. And then there was like the whole Jordan thing, and it was like the Jordan character was like didn't believe in her team, but then also like she thought she was like the best, so I guess like she thought she was the GOAT. And so then the whole time she's kind of
Oh,
like
God.
struggling with like understanding like who she is, and that she has to depend on the team, like she has to depend on Pippen and Rodman, you know, and I definitely think the characters were representing them. But
Were they like saying this?
no, but
Oh, okay.
they did say like at one point she starts talking about like a story about, oh, that time that we were like almost in the playoffs, but then you know, we that pizza delivery guy like was wearing the hat for the other team and stuff, which was like like when Jordan got sick and was like throwing up,
Oh,
you know, like he got
yeah.
food poisoning or whatever, right? Like, and they were saying that was from like the other team to like
Oh,
make him sick.
right. Right.
And then there was also a part in the movie where
Weird.
where she like goes nuts and like scores like a whole bunch of points to kind of like prove the other team wrong.
Yeah.
But it's just like none of it like finishes. Like they keep like she knows the fans like love her and stuff like that, but she doesn't like share the ball with the rest of the team, and she thinks like she has to carry everything. And then so then he takes her to like a diner, and they're at the diner, and all they do is kind of say like, yeah, we're big fans of yours. And she's like, wow, you really turned things around. Like, I'm going to be better now. And it's like, it just doesn't, none of it just makes any sense. Like there's no
It
arc in any of it.
it feels like 10 people wrote it,
Yeah.
and they all had like what they wanted to see in it. Just
And
different pieces of other movies.
that's kind of what it was. And it just kind of, at the end, I'm like, which one did you go with? Like, I still can't figure out what plot you decided to go with.
Right, right. Like there were too many things hanging.
There's also so much advertising in it. Like there's like DoorDash and like Mercedes Benz is like all over it, and
Oh
Under
my
Armour.
God.
Like everything's like Under Armour, and then Sony has like a full like 5 minute. I mean, it's their movie, right? But they have like a full 5 minutes like with a PlayStation 5, like, and like whatever think their laptop is nowadays, and like there's all
Uh,
like everything's like Sony. It was just so, I was like, oh my
it's
gosh, so much advertising. But anyway,
it's funny. It feels like, who made it? Like who? Like it wasn't Disney, right?
no, it was Sony. It was
Sony, of course,
yeah.
Sony was like, oh, how about a movie called Goat? Because, everyone is the goat now, and it'll be about a cartoon goat. And they probably went through like a million writers just because they were like, we want to make a movie called The Goat. And they settled on these two guys that like have done nothing.
And well, they also never. I think they forgot to get around to the whole goat thing. Like they didn't use him as a goat. He didn't like use his goat eyes. Like there was nothing special about him being a goat that played out in the movie, except for that he just happened to be a goat. And they never broke down the greatest of all time. So there, like, I don't understand why it was even called goat. That would be like it would be called boy if it was just like a regular boy. Like it doesn't make sense.
The
Like they
the
forgot.
tagline is, "This kid's got game," because as a baby goat, a kid.
Hmm. That's that probably would have been a good pun in the movie, but wasn't in there. It's so weird. Such a weird
I
movie.
like goats, but
Also, everyone
it's
wears
weird.
human sneakers, which I thought was weird. I noticed that like halfway through the movie, I'm like, wait, all the sneakers are like actually Air Jordans.
Roarball.
Yeah, I mean the rules of the game don't make any sense either. The
I was
rules of the
just gonna
game,
say that. Oh, they invented a new game.
yeah, no, it's like
Wow,
the
it's porn.
yeah, it was pouring here too. The
Hmm.
what do you call the like the stadium breaks up and like changes, so you're at like the ice, you're in the Arctic, and then
Oh,
it's like
cool.
ice and like everything like freezes, and then you're in like in a volcano world. But I'm like I don't. It just didn't.
Volcano
It
World.
just didn't make any sense. Like people were getting like fouled all over the place. I'm like, what even is this? And there's a terrible line like towards the end where he's like, they're like, one of the big guys knocks the goat down, and he's like, "Smalls can't ball," because that's like just something they keep saying through the movie, but they don't really explain it
Yeah.
because there's plenty of small characters in this like NBA thing. So I don't understand. Like there's smaller players than him, than Goat, already playing in the NBA. So I don't
And
understand
they
the
can
point of
ball.
saying Smalls can't ball. Like anyway,
Again,
he says
come up with a
Smalls
quick
can't ball,
rhyming phrase.
and he's got
First draft.
a rhinoceros on his team, and so the rhinoceros gets upset that this other guy, the bad guy, says Smalls can't ball. So he charges at him, and as he's charging at him, he kind of amps up this line, and he's like, "He's not small, he's medium." And he like hits him. I'm like, was that like a placeholder? That sounds like it was a
Dude,
placeholder. Like that sounds
all
like
of these lines are first draft lines. Like just even the movie title, The Goat, is so like, ugh. Sony, man, sometimes they just rush
I wouldn't be surprised if
and
the
you
whole
can just
movie was
feel
written
it.
by AI or something like that, because that's what it feels like. It feels like it's like like a mishmash of like different storylines, and it's like the heartfelt things don't have to go all the way through because to AI that scene is the heartfelt scene, and at the
Right,
end we'll show you a
exactly.
picture of that heartfelt scene, and you'll feel heartfelt. Also, I think it was too
It's like
short.
forced.
I think it was too short because I think they just like
Oh,
the last 10 minutes is a really awkward 10 minutes where all they're doing is talking at a podium. And he's like, "You were always there for me, grasslands," or like whatever. Like he's like, "You were always there for me." And I'm like, "Hold on. They
there's a
kicked you out of an
speech.
apartment. They told you you couldn't ball. Like nobody would let you practice. Like when did this neighborhood have your back? Like they kicked you out of an apartment because you couldn't afford it. Like they told you to give up on your dreams. Like who in this neighborhood besides your mom was telling you like to go for it? And now you're like, you always had my back, and it's like, no, they didn't.
No, they held
So
you down.
yeah, they didn't
Told you
enjoy
you were
your
small.
success. Yeah, they were trying to
No,
keep you keep you from succeeding. Made no sense.
that's a rough one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, like, maybe if I even watched one here. Uh, I don't know. I've been enjoying Invincible. Uh,
I just watched the first episode of Invincible. I didn't get much farther.
the second and fourth episode are so good.
Hmm.
Like I've watched them more than once, just because I wasn't really like I was doing other shit while they were on. But I remember being like, "What the heck were they even talking about?" And they are like really building towards something.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Did you ever watch the Adam Eve special?
I think so.
Like, I feel like that was like so far for me, like in this series, I feel like that was actually like the pinnacle of like storytelling. 'Cause
Yeah,
that was like
yeah,
so
that was awesome.
nice and like together. Sometimes
Yeah,
like even in this like first episode, there were like so many characters, and I'm like, am I supposed to
I
know
know.
all these people? Like
I know.
did like did I miss something?
What
Like,
happened
am I in a
to
different dimension?
everyone?
Like, there's
Yeah,
too many
right. I
like
know. Is
thoughts.
this an alternate reality? And then what I was like, what happened at the end of last season? But yeah, episode 2 and episode 4, it's like, oh, okay, something's coming.
Do you ever think about like power levels when you're watching the show? Like, I'm always trying to figure out like the power levels, like where if somebody punches like this, it like, and the other person has attitude at the moment, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like they'll be like, psh, and they'll be like, haha, like that won't do anything. But if somebody goes like this to them, all of a sudden it slices their face in half, and I can't
Yeah.
figure out like
I'm
like,
constantly like
when does it work?
justifying the turns of momentum. I'm like, oh well, yeah, because he kicked him in the chest and he wasn't ready for it. You know,
Right.
it's almost like wrestling. It's like, oh yeah, Shawn Michaels could beat up the Undertaker. That could happen.
He could choke slam him. That makes sense.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that's something that I'm like, I'm waiting for that white bear to come back.
Hmm.
That battle bear, battle panda, or
Oh,
whatever
that
the
like
heck he's
that
called, that
lion,
white
like the lion
lion.
guy?
Yeah, battle, whatever he is.
Yeah,
He's awesome.
battle cat.
He's like the only guy who really like kicked the crap out of Invincible.
That was crazy. I mean, like that was like like maybe the second season.
was
or something
early.
like that. Yeah, it was early.
Yeah.
But that was so unexpected. Where like all of a sudden, like, because you thought he was just like a B level guy or something like that, and all of a sudden
You
he
thought
was,
like he'd
destroyed.
eventually get him, and it's like, oh no, he's not. This guy's like something else. I like want
Yeah.
him to come back so bad.
He was also like just funny. Yeah, with his
Yeah, right.
speech
Like he was like,
patterns and stuff.
whoa. Yeah,
It's like,
right.
He's like, I expected better. Like all he's doing is looking for a fight. That's what he's doing.
Right. That's all he wants to do is fight.
Oh man.
But yeah.
Do you want to check out
I'm
one of
trying
these?
to think.
You want to see if we did these? I don't know if we did them.
Yeah. I do gotta get going though
Yeah.
soon because my dishes aren't done and
Oh, yeah.
my lunches aren't packed.
Go get your dishes done.
All
Go get
right.
your dishes done.
This is a
Okay.
shorter show.
I had
But,
4 hours of driving today. I don't care, John. It's
Yeah,
fine.
true. But let's try not to go 4 months again. Or however long it was. I don't remember.
I'm with you. We'll figure out something that works.
Yeah. I like how you selected a day of a week that like makes sense. So
I think I
I'm
did
gonna
it like
probably
2 weeks out too. So it's like,
You did,
oh,
right.
I can do
So
2 weeks out. You know, like
I was like, I'm gonna look at my calendar and be like, okay, these dates make sense for me.
I thought you
Yeah,
were gonna
you know,
like
with
screw with me today. I thought you were gonna be
The
like,
environment.
I'm all set. I'm really pumped, like ready to go for the show, and then it was just gonna be like April Fools.
No. Yeah, this is like the first April Fool's I just like forgot. I kept forgetting.
Yeah.
But I've been having so many conversations with you just in my damn head. I'm like, I want to bring it. So like today, I was like, I am gonna dump a lot of just
Right.
random stories and thoughts out to him because I'm sick of them rattling around in my head.
I felt that way even like now, like when we were like talking and stuff. I'm just like, like
I'm like, are we even getting to anything that I wanted to get to in the last 48 hours that were like in my head? Damn it.
I've been. You can ask Kelly. I've been like talking to the kids, like I've been preparing for comments. Like I started going into the goat thing with them, and Kelly's like, stop. Like they don't care about your commentary on the plot because Leo was just like, hey,
No,
did you like it? And I'm like, well, Leo,
dude, it just reminds me of all those Spider-Man villain movies they made. They all just felt so rushed, and it's like, let's just make money off the name,
yeah, right,
and who cares about what the movie really is?
right. Let's make the Riddler's the Joker and Two Face is also the Joker. Like, let's just keep it rolling. Like everyone's the Joker.
Yeah, and you know why? Because Spider-Man. It's like,
Spider-Man.
well, like the goat.
Yeah. We'll put him in a Venom suit so it'll make him dance down the street.
Yes, God. All right, brother.
All right, give us
I
a sign
will
off.
see you. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next week. We're gonna go.